What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Here's a garden update. It's been 6 months. It's about due. All right. So we'll walk around the garden, look at some things. All right, should be good. All right. So starting off, we got tomato ties, trellis ties. So tomatoes, no tomatoes yet. They're still maturing. But nice green foliage. Had a little caterpillar problem. It's all better now. Try to do with the ties. There's a stake at the bottom. Then tied. These are tomato ties, trellis, string, plastic. So I doubled them. Make sure they're nice and strong. These are still the same species. These are the different species of tomatoes. Like I said, I had it. This is all new addition. So these were all pots down here with the mint and oregano and stuff, but they got burnt out from the sun, and what you can see on the back there, the passion fruit, it overtook the pots and it burned them out and suffocated them in a way. Alright guys. Alright, so these 3 banana plants are big. The ones inside are the stunted ones, because for some reason. Okay, papaya trees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's about 5 papaya trees that are mature. 1 stunted. You got some nice papayas up there. Yeah, they're tall, probably pushing 15 feet tall plus. A lot of papayas on them. Alright. Compost been doing good. We get the fence fixed still. Well, the fence is fixed, but the leveling, I might just put it there anyways. That's compost ready to go. The plan is to weed around the border here. Put some compost, some Epsom salt and some fertilizer. Water it in. I put some granule pesticide in there, and that just gets rid of any. It kills about 100 insects or so. Trimmed back my fire plant. It was massive. Cut the rose bush, all the dead heads on them. And by the palm elephant ear was given to us, a little baby. So it's grown really well. Pumpkin. So this is lime basil. I'm pretty sure it's lime. That survived a whole year plus. So that's basically the thriving basil right now. So this is the mulberry, the 3 mulberries. The black mulberry. So they had 10 caterpillars. It's like a nest. I should have thrown them out, but I threw them over the fence. Look, maybe 2 stems on them. They are staked, but not to worry there. Some foliage, some African basil and some lime basil down there. All my African basil got too woody, so I'll have to make some cuttings, I guess. And this is just all from seed that fell on the pots and started to grow. African basil, kind of destroyed there. All my Tabasco pepper plants are massive. They really grow good in Florida. This is cherry bush bush for now, so really healthy. That one's stunted under the mulberry. Hope I don't find a snake in here. That would not be good. They're more afraid of you, Chris. Not lizard. Alright, so back up here. Let me stop. Alright, so here's the inside of the passion fruit. So I might make some salad out of this. I saw a video. Just turn them. Those go up. This is the stunted one. This one's going to get tied to this one maybe. I do have them tied, but I need to cut that tie because the stem's overgrown. So this is a vinyl trellis with bamboo. The carpenter ants love it, but alright, so these are the stunted bananas plants. They are stunted. Yes, they are. Alright. So lots changed. African basil. So 9 lemongrass plants, big. I haven't chopped their seed pods yet, so still have some foliage to go by. So when you air dry it and not put it in a dehydrator on high heat, You get a better flavor of the pepper, or I mean the jalapeno. Whoa. Sorry guys, I'm losing my mind. The anything herbs that you dehydrate on low temperature or just air dry, you get all the essential oils, not cook it off. But yeah, other side of the lemongrass and the African basil. Like, I don't even see flowers on these guys. Alright, so I put some pest stuff all under the plants to kill grubs and stuff. Some stevia, it's alive. Jalapeno down there, not too much. Coming over here, so the mints. So any pods that were dead, nothing in them, I just dumped them out. And there were like 6-inch earthworms in there. Which way are you going, Chris? Alright, so here's an eggplant that grew from wild seed. I think there's a couple stems. Some mint on the fence line along there. So I went through and I weeded a couple weeks ago, maybe last month. I weeded everything. Oh, it was a big job, and I did those buckets on the border. So basically all the mint, most of it, got burnt out from the 100-degree weather in Florida-ish. So this oh my gosh. Tabasco pepper plant grew from wild seeds, so did this one. Go slow, Chris. So it's big. I got it staked, got some pest killer, any grubs. Habanero plant, big as ever. Needs some fertilizer. Lemongrass, beautiful, beautiful. That's a sage tree in the back. It was here before the garden. This is called rust, I think. Won't hurt you. Hope the dogs... Pumpkin! Hope the dogs behave themselves. So this needs a fresh stake. It's got stakes, but getting heavy weight. Some mint that survived. There's asparagus over there. Now the lemongrass, like I said, there's 9 of them. Some mint on the... These are not lasting, the pots. So, this wildflower here, I don't know if the seeds are fertile though, but it was massive. I just trimmed it last night. It was night, but I just threw the fence and put it in the garbage can. So that was covering all that. So I trimmed it back. The hummingbirds like this. Well, it's a fast grower. So I couldn't walk this way when this was here. Those are my Tabasco. Aren't they massive, man? Wait. Okay, so we're getting lots of shade in here. So I cut this out. So actually I put all the pots that were survived back on this line here, because the sun's not that strong. It doesn't last all day like that. Sun comes up that way and sets on that side. Okay? Got some chives. Still got a little bit of oregano. Some mint. I want to get a load of mulch. A few cubic yards. Then I just have some mint. I thought it would help. Alright, there's the big boy. Let me stand back. That's the biggest Tabasco in the garden. We'll do some far shots, guys. So I had the cucumbers here, but it wasn't fertile soil. And they got attacked by caterpillars-ish. A lizard. Lemongrass. So 2 collard green plants left. This is 1, 2, one over there. Some pots. I trimmed the hibiscus and stuff. Put some ant stuff down. And that's again. So, Chris, come on now, bud. I gotta tie these. Just like those are tied over there. I did this in the middle of the night. This was a while ago. That one's sturdy. It's strong. This one's not as strong. Needs a couple ties. But, should be alright. Good. So I have leeches in my garden. It's kind of odd, but they are leeches. Very little, not like massive fatties. Collard greens, pumpkin likes them. I like them. Some chocolate mint, wild chocolate mint I call it. Alright, so I just picked an eggplant. It was like massive. So I still got some pots laying around, that one over there too. So eggplant doing well. I got 1 fruit set. I gotta do some self-pollination. Pollinators haven't been out too much. But eggplant doing well. This Tabasco grew from random seed from compost. And eggplant needs pruning. Not sure what type of tomatoes these are, but they definitely do need staked. Ties, I mean. But we will get that done. Alright, we're almost done with the garden. It is organized. So, lemon balm down there, still alive. There's the other side of the Tabasco. There's 3 main Tabasco plus the ones from seed. So we gotta go in there and pick some. I dehydrated some a couple weeks ago. Alright, there's the other collard. Not as healthy as the other one, probably because the sun gets more sun. But as it's once coming to winter, end of fall, it'll start thriving again. As your cold crop. So I cut all these, fresh new growth, very sharp. Coming through here, got the blueberries. This is cinnamon basil or something like that. Very fragrant. That survived over the year. Alright guys, I'm gonna do some far shots, okay? So, as I'm sitting here, I could have planted all leafy greens instead of tomatoes, but it is what it is. I have this little section over here that I could get shaded if the bananas survive the cold, which they probably wouldn't, but plant a bunch of leafy greens in the shade in the summertime, something like that. So the garden is over 2 years old. Every spring it's about a year. So this spring will be 3 years. So the plan is to cut any dead or excess foliage on the Tabasco, give it a little nutrients at the base, all that stuff, and come back green. There's some celery down at the bottom. All the celery got eaten or burned out in the sun. Alright guys, before I log off, 35-gallon trash can full of broken down, ready to go black gold compost. 1 trash can full with black soldier fly maggots eating whatever's in there. And then this one's just debris, I think. They need to be back there. Now you get another can because I gave one away, but alright. So when I put that bug stuff, all the minion stuff came back. Good for cutworms and stuff in the soil. Alright guys. Alright ladies and gentlemen, all done with the garden update. I know it's been a long time, but everything's still thriving and dying and living. What have you. Alright guys, have a good one. Bye bye.